Hello children, welcome to AIMS India's online classes. So we will be continuing about multiplication of numbers, okay? Starting with multiplication of a 3-digit number by a 3-digit number. Okay children, now we learn about how to multiply a 3-digit number by a 3-digit number. Recall the steps followed to multiply a 3-digit number by a 2-digit number. Yes, how do we do that? First, what we'll do, we'll multiply with ones and then we'll multiply with tens. Yes, in the same way here also we should do. Now what number do we have here? 245 into 124. First we need to multiply this 245 by the digit in the ones place. Yes, so what do we have in the ones place? 4. 4 5s are 20. 0 here, 2 carried. 4 4s are 16 plus 2 becomes 18. Yes, 8 here, 1 carried. 4 2s are 8 plus 1 becomes 9. So the answer becomes 980. Yes children, we are done with the digit in the ones place. Now moving on to the digit in tens place, that is 2. Now here we multiplying with a new digit. So remember to start in a new line, and also before multiplying you must place a 0 here, 1 0. After writing 1 0 we should start multiplying. 2 5s are 10, 0 here, 1 carried. 2 4s are 8 plus 1 becomes 9. So 9 written here. 2 2s are 4. Yes children, this is what we did for multiplying 3-digit number by a 2-digit number. First ones and then tens. But here in the multiplicand we are having the third digit, which is the hundreds place. So we should do the hundreds. We should multiply with the hundreds place digit now. 245 into 1. Now again we are multiplying with a new digit. So remember to start in a new line. And again before multiplying, see after 1 we are having 2 digits here. Yes. So I am writing 2 zeros in the product also. Now after writing the zeros, start multiplying. 1 5s are 5, 1 4s are 4, 1 2s are 2. Now what did we get children? What are these called? These are called as our partial products. What are these called as? These three numbers are called as our partial products. Now what to do with these partial products? We need to add them. Let us start adding. From which place do we add children? From the ones place. 0 plus 0, 0. Again 0 plus 0, 0. Now tens place, 8 plus 0, 8. Again 8 plus 0, 8. Now in the hundreds place, 9 plus 9, 18. 18 plus 5 becomes 23. Yes, so 3 here, 2 carried. Now 2 plus 4, 6. 6 plus 4 becomes what? 10. So 0 here, 1 carried, and lastly 1 plus 2, 3. Yes children, 30,380 is our product. Is multiplying a 3-digit number by another 3-digit number. It is simple, right? Just as we multiply other smaller numbers, we need to follow the same steps. Yes, for every first multiply with ones, then tens, and then hundreds. While multiplying with tens, remember to start in a new line and place 1 0 before writing the product. And while multiplying by hundreds, again start in a new line and place 2 zeros. After we get the partial products, add them up so that we'll get our final answer. 30,380 is our product of 245 into 124. Clear children? Now moving on, note during the multiplication process of 245 into 124, we got three numbers: 980, 4,900 and 24,500. They are talking about these 980, 4,900 and 24,500. These numbers are known as partial products. Their sum will give the product of numbers 245 and 124. Yes, we know this, right children? The numbers that we got here are called as the partial product, and we'll get our final answer only after adding these three together. Moving on, multiplication of numbers with one of the digits as 0. What is this? One of the digits of the number is a 0. if one of the digits of a factor being multiplied is 0, that is either in the ones or in the tens place, then the multiplication with that number can be avoided, as any number multiplied by 0 is always 0. Consider the examples given below. What are they saying? Suppose if we have a number, say 1203, and we are multiplying it with 12. Now 1203 has 0 as one of its digits. Yes or no, children? We are having 0 in the number 1203 in the tens place. So whenever we are multiplying it, whenever the digits of a factor, what does factor mean? When I say 3 2s are 6, yes, 6 becomes the multiple, 3 and 2 become our factors. Yes, this is our multiplier and multiplicand, right? So instead of calling them that, we can also call them as factors. So when one of the factors is having 0 as a digit, we can simply skip or avoid the multiplying that number. Why? Because any number multiplied by 0 is always 0. Consider the given examples. We know, right, children, any number multiplied by 0 is always 0. The product will be 0 only. We learnt it in the, properties of multiplication. Now let us see the example so that we can understand it clearly. First one, 548 into 120. This is 120, children, not 24. The ones digit is 0. Yes. So what can we do here means, now what do we do? First we start multiplying from the ones place. Yes or no? We multiply from the ones place. So I will go 0 into 8 0, 0 into 4 0, 0 into 5 0. But what is it saying here? This step can be skipped. Can be skipped means we can avoid doing that. That means there is no need to do that step. There is no need to multiply the number with 0. Let us see. Okay, so first we have multiplied 0 into 548 gives us 0 0 0. Next, after ones we go to the tens. 2 into 8, before multiplying place a 0. Yes, 2 into 8 16, 6 here 1 carry, 2 4s are 8 plus 1 9, 2 5s are 10. Coming to the hundreds place, 2 zeros, 548 ones are 548. Now let us add and see. Let us add the partial product. 0 here 6, 9 plus 8 17, 7 here 1 carried, 1 plus 4 5 and 1 plus 5 6. What answer did we get? 65,760. Yes children, by multiplying this we got 65,760. Now as it is saying here that this step can be skipped, let us see what will be the product if we do not write this number here. Yes, if we do not multiply with 0, directly we are going to multiply with 2. 2 8s are 6. But before multiplying with 2, we should write a 0. Yes, after 2 we are having one digit 0. Again, as we know that we have multiplied. Now let us add these two and check. 0, 6, again 9 plus 8 17, 1 carried, 1 plus 4 5, 5 plus 1 6. Is there any change in the answer? No, the answer is 65,760 only. What did we understand from this? Whenever we are having 0 as one of the digits in the factors, the multiplying with that digit can simply be skipped, can be avoided. There is no need to do that. Now let us look at this one. 453 into 805. Now the tens digit is 0. Yes, starting from the ones place, 5 3s are 15, 1 carried, 5 5s are 25 plus 1 26, 2 carried, 5 4s are 20 plus 2 22. Yes children, then we are having 0. Yes, now how do we multiply? It is in the tens place. So new line, again placing 1 0, 0 3s are 0, 0 5s are 0, 0 4s are 0. Okay, now next coming to the 8, which is the here 1 0 is placed extra. Yes, coming to 8, which is the digit in hundreds place. Before multiplying we'll write 2 zeros. 8 3s are 24. 2 4 here 2 carried. Next 8 5s are 40 plus 2 42. 4 carried, 2 written down. 8 fours are 32 plus 4 becomes 36. Yes children, we have multiplied 453 with all the 3 digits of 805. Now let us add the partial products. 5 plus 0 5, 6 plus 0 6, 2 plus 0 2, 2 plus 4 6, again here 4, 0 plus 6 6 and then 3. 3,64,655 is our 665 is our answer. Now what happens if we skip multiplying with 0? Okay, I am just striking it off. What happens if we skip multiplying with 0? Will there be any change in the partial product? 5 plus 0 5, 6, again here also 6, 4, 6 and 3. We got the same answer. So again from this what is proved here? Whenever we are having 0 as one of the digits of our factor, we can simply skip multiplying with that number. Even though we skip, there will be no change in the answer. Now here both digits are zeros. 845 into 400. Now this is in this multiplication they have multiplied with both the zeros and gave you the answers. Here let us simply skip multiplying these two zeros with these two zeros. Yes children, let us start multiplying directly with 4. Yes, but before multiplying, after 4 we are having 2 digits, so placing 2 zeros. 4 5s are 20, 2 carried, 4 4s are 16 plus 2 18, 4 8s are 32 plus 1 33. What is our final answer? 3,38,000. Yes, and if you look at the product that we got here, after multiplying with zeros, it is the same, 3,38,000. Clear children? We need not multiply where the digit is 0. We can just simply skip that number. Now let us do this exercise based on what we have learnt now. Yes, first one, 135 into 280. Now again the first digit is 0, so I am skipping multiplying with it, multiplying with 8. But before that we need to write 1 0. Yes, 8 5s are 40, 8 3s are 24 plus 2 27, 8 1s are 8 plus 2 becomes 10. Sorry, what did I do here? 8 5s are 40, yes, 8 3s are 24, 3 8s are 24 plus 4 becomes 28, yes. Now next, multiplying with 2, but before that placing 2 zeros, 2 5s are 10, 1 carried, 2 3s are 6 plus 1 7, 2 1s are 2. I'm adding these 0 0 8 7 3. 37,800 becomes our answer. Okay children. Next 424 into 356. Now this is multiplying a 3-digit number by another 3-digit number, starting with the digit in ones place. 6 4s are 24, 2 carried, 6 2s are 12 plus 2 14, 6 4s are 24 plus 1 25. Next multiplying with 5, placing 1 0 first. 5 4s are 20, 0 here 2 carried, 5 2s are 10 plus 2 12, 5 4s are 10, 5 4s are 20 plus 1 21. Then lastly multiplying with 3, 3 4s are 12, 2 here 1 carried, 3 2s are 6 plus 1 7, 3 4s are 12. Adding these up, 4, 4, 9, 10, 5 and 1. Yes children, what is our final answer? 1,50,944. Clear how to multiply a 3-digit number by another 3-digit number? Again third one is also a similar one, so I am skipping. Now coming to fourth one, that is 815 into 600. Now there are two ways to multiply this. Yes, we have learned two techniques of multiplication for this. If you remember how to multiply a number by 100 or 300, what did we do children? We first multiplied this 815 into 6. 6 5s are 30, 3 carried, 6 1s are 6 plus 3 9, 6 8s are 48. Then after 6 we had 2 zeros, so we simply placed 2 zeros in the product. 4,89,000 becomes our product. Or another way that we learned just now is that here we are having zeros in the factor. So we need not multiply with 0. We can simply skip. directly going for multiplication with the number, sorry, this was 600, with the number 6. Now, but before multiplying with 6, what should we do? We should place 2 zeros. Yes, we are having 2 digits after 6, so placing 2 zeros. 6 5s are 30, 3 carried, 6 1s are 6 plus 3 9, 6 8s are 48. So either ways we multiply, 4,89,000 will be our answer. Okay, so you choose the way whichever is convenient for you. Now again, 5 and 6 are the similar, 3 digit by 3 digit, so I am skipping it. Coming to question number 7, 727 into 508. Yes children, starting with the ones place, 8 sevens are 56, 5 carried, 8 twos are 16 plus 5 21, 8 sevens are 56 plus 2 58. Now next we are having 0, so what can we do? We can skip. Coming to 5, but before multiplying with 5 we should place 2 zeros. Yes, 5 sevens are 35, 5 here 3 carried, 5 twos are 10 plus 3 13, 1 carried, 5 sevens are 35 plus 1 36. Now adding the partial products together, 9 6 and 3, what will be our answer? 3,69,316. Okay children, I hope this is clear, right? Again, I am not explaining the remaining two here. You can try those at home. Yes, this was about multiplication of a 3-digit number by another 3-digit number. Now coming to the next topic, which is multiplication, expanded form of a number. Consider the multiplication methods given below for each multiplication fact. In this method, one of the numbers is split up into tens and ones. Here 14 is written as 10 plus 4. The number 10 is multiplied by 42 and the number 4 is multiplied by 42. The partial products are added to get the answer. 42 into 14 is equal to 42 into 10 plus 42 into 4. Okay children, what are these? Multiplication and expanded form of a number. Now if we take the number 14, how can we write it in the form of in expanded form? 10 plus 4. Yes or no? Yes. So that is what they are doing here. Multiplying 42 by 10 and then multiplying 42 by 4 and adding their products together. It is simply what we do here also. What we'll do? First we'll multiply 42 by 4, which is in ones place, and then we'll multiply 42 by 1, which is in tens place. 1 in tens place becomes 10. So that is what we are doing here, right? Multiplying 42 by 4 and then multiplying 42 by 10. After that we'll add our partial products. Yes, that is what is explained to us in the form of an expanded form. Note that in both the methods the product is the same, that is 42 into 14 is equal to 42 into 10 plus 42 into 4. If we no matter we multiply directly like this or we split the number and then multiply, the product will be the same. We know how to multiply 42 by 14, right? Yes, 4 2s are 8, 4 4s are 16. Before multiplying with 1, 0, 1 2s are 2, 1 4s are 4. Adding them up, 8, 8 and 5. So this is clear, 42 into 14. Now let us split. 42 into 14 can be written as 42 into 10 plus 42 into 4. Why am I putting this in brackets? Because these two are to be done together. First we need to multiply 42 and 10 together. Yes, we should not do anything else to that 42 here. 42 into 10 becomes what? 420. Yes or no? We are having 1 0. So placing 1 0 plus 42 into 4. 2 4s are 8. 4 4s are 16. 420 plus 168. What will these become? This will become our partial products. Now what should we do? There is an addition symbol in between. Yes. So we need to add them up. 0 plus 8, 8. 2 plus 6, 8. 4 plus 1, 5. What is our final answer? 588. That is the same as the number that we got by direct multiplication. Yes or no? So from this what can we understand? No matter we multiply with the expanded form or we directly multiply using the number, the answer will be the same. In both the methods, we will get the same answer. Okay children, the product will be the same. I hope this was clear, because we are moving to our next topic, that is estimation of products. Estimation is the method of finding an approximate value but not the exact value. It can be done by rounding off the digits to either the nearest tens or the hundreds. It's not of the hundreds or the hundreds. A. If a box has 145 apples, then find out roughly how many apples will there be in 12 boxes. What do we learn about now? Now we learn about estimation of products. We already know what a product is here. Product is the answer that we get from multiplication. Now what is this estimation? It is the method of finding an approximate value but not the exact value. Means what children? Suppose if you see a big jar filled with candies, okay, filled with so many stones, say, let us say these are not looking like candies, so let us say a big jar is filled with so many stones. Now when I say how many stones do you think are there in the jar, what you will say? I think there might be about 20 or 25, 20 or 20 or 30 stones in it. What are we saying? We are saying an approximate value, 20 or 30. Yes, we are not counting and telling the exact number because that will take a lot of time for us. We are simply estimating, telling the approximate value. This is the nearest value to the number of stones that are actually there in the jar. Okay children, so this is called as estimating, not finding the exact value. Exact means will be the exact number of stones that are in the jar, but approximate means what? We are just taking a guess at it, guessing that there would be this many stones. Okay, so this process of finding an approximate value is called as estimation. Now how can we estimate? It can be done by rounding off the digits to either the nearest tens or the hundreds. Let us see about that. What are they saying here? In a box we have 145 apples, then we have to find out roughly. Yes, pay attention to the word roughly here. Roughly means they want us to give an approximate or an estimated value but not the exact value. So how many apples will be there in 12 boxes? The total number of apples in 12 boxes, what will we do normally children? 145 into 12. Yes, 145 in each box and there are 12 boxes. When we multiply, we'll get the exact number. But as they are asking us to find out the estimate, roughly they are asking about a rough number. Yes, we need not multiply 145 with 12. Now what can we do with this bigger number 145 here? It can be rounded off to the ones place, which will make it 150. It's not ones place, it's tens place. See, 145 is to be rounded off to the nearest tens. Okay. See, if you look at a number 10, what do you say? That we have 0 in the ones place. Yes or no? So when we are rounding a number to the nearest tens, there should be 0 in the ones place. In the estimated number that we get, in the answer there should be 0 in the ones place. Now what about the other numbers, other digits in the number? See, we are estimating to the nearest tens, yes or no? So we look at the digit in the ones place. This is equal to 5. This 5, it is equal to 5. That means we need to round up. It is equal to 5. That means we need to round up. That means that we need to add 1 to the digit in tens place. We are rounding off to tens. So we are adding 1 to the digit in tens place. 4 plus 1, 5. And before that what do we have? We have 1. So writing 1 as it is. 150 becomes our estimated number. Clear children? Again, let me explain again. 145 rounding off to the nearest tens. Rounding off to what? To the nearest tens. So what digit should we look? We should look at the digit in ones place. It is equal to 5. Rounding up, that means we need to add 1 to the digit in tens place. 1, 4 plus 1, 5. This 1 was there already, so we'll write it as it is. 4 plus 1, 5. Now what about the digit in ones place? Again, as I said, in 10 we'll have 0 in the ones place. So again, the number in the ones place will be replaced by zeros. 145 rounded off to the nearest tens would be 150. Suppose if there was, say, 142 here. Now this 2 is less than 5. Yes or no? So what we'll do, we'll round down. We will round down. That means the digit in tens place will be written as it is. It will become 4. It will be 4 only. Okay children, the digit in tens place will be written as it is. And 140 will become our estimated number. But as the digit in ones place here is 5. Yes, we are rounding it up. 4 plus 1 becomes 5. The digit in tens place is increased by 1. So 150 is our rounded off number. Now with this rounded off number, we are going to multiply it with 12. 150 into 12. Yes, again as we know, we can simply skip multiplying with this 0 and write a 0 in the product directly. Yes or no? 150 into 12. Okay. We can simply skip multiplying with multiplying the 0 here and write 0 directly in the product, or you can multiply as well. 2 zeros are 0, 2 5s are 10, 1 carry, 2 1s are 2 plus 1 3. Moving on to the next digit 1 here, placing 1 0 first. 1 zeros are 0, 1 5s are 5 and 1 1s are 1. Adding up partial products, 0 plus 0 0, again 0, 8 and 1. What is our final answer? 1800 is our final answer. What is this? There are roughly 1800 apples in 12 boxes. As this number is 0 here, we are rounding off. The multiplication became easier. Yes, there are roughly 1800 apples in 12 boxes. Clear children? Next, again looking at another problem. Number B. If a ticket costs rupees 389, then estimate the cost of 17 tickets. Now what are we doing here? One ticket cost is 329 rupees. Now we need to estimate the cost of 17 tickets. Again, what should we do? We should round off this bigger number. We are rounding off 389 to the hundreds place. 389 to the hundreds place. So if you remember, while rounding off to the tens place, we looked at the digit in ones. In the same way, when we are rounding off to the hundreds, look at the digit in tens place. It is 8, that is greater than 5. Again we round up. What do you mean by round up? Adding 1 to the digit in hundreds place. As we are rounding off to the hundreds place. 3 plus 1 4. Now what about these two? In 100 there are zeros in ones and tens place. So we'll replace the digits in ones and tens place with zeros. So 400 becomes our estimated number. Approximately each ticket costs us 400. Now multiplying this 400 with 17. Yes children, we know how to do this, right? We are having two zeros. Simply I'll write it like this, 17 into 400, so that multiplication becomes easy. 2 zeros written as it is. 4 sevens are 28, 2 carried, 4 twos are 1, 4 ones are 1, plus 2 becomes 6. 6800 is our answer. Yes, so therefore 17 tickets will cost roughly 6800 rupees. Yes children, I hope this was clear, right? Estimating the product. How to estimate the product? First, round off the given digit to the nearest tens, not ones, nearest tens or to the nearest hundreds place, and then multiply it with the other factor. That will give us the estimated product. Yes children, with this we have come to the end of today's class. I hope today's class was